Have you ever wondered which movie took audiences on a journey that's funny, action-packed, yet deeply heartfelt about family, keeping viewers around the world hooked from start to finish? That's none other than Ant-Man and the Wasp, the 20th installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Released in 2018, starring Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, and the legendary duo Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas. The film not only achieved massive success at the box office but also left a lasting impression thanks to its unique storyline and memorable characters. Today, we're going to dive into Ant-Man and the Wasp, looking back at how the main cast has changed over time, exploring its impressive box office numbers, highlighting its key awards and nominations, and finally revisiting the storyline that made this film so special. Let's get started. Right finger first. Let's dive right into the most exciting part, the main cast of Ant-Man and the Wasp, then and now. Paul Rudd takes on the role of Scott Lang, a former criminal who turns into a superhero with the Ant-Man suit. His character brings humor and relatability, while also showing deep responsibility toward his daughter Cassie. This perfect balance of comedy and heartfelt emotion has made Scott Lang one of the most beloved characters in the MCU. Paul Rudd was born in 1969. In 2018, when the film was released, he was 49 years old. Today, he is 56. Evangeline Lilly portrays Hope Van Dyne, who for the first time officially suits up as the Wasp and fights side by side with Ant-Man. Her action scenes are powerful yet graceful, creating the image of a captivating female superhero who is both strong and full of emotion. Hope is presented as a modern woman, courageous, determined, and inspiring. Evangeline Lilly was born in 1979. In 2018, she was 39 years old, and today she is 46. Michael Douglas plays Hank Pym, the brilliant scientist, the original Ant-Man, and father of Hope. His character is stern and tough at times, yet underneath lies a profound sense of love, especially his longing to reunite with his lost wife. With his seasoned acting, Douglas adds depth and gravitas to the film. He was born in 1944. In 2018, he was 74 years old, and today he is 81. Michelle Pfeiffer steps into the role of Janet Van Dyne, Hank Pym's long-lost wife and the original Wasp. After being trapped in the quantum realm for 30 years, Janet's return not only heightens the film's emotional impact but also delivers a powerful story of family reunion. Pfeiffer's performance beautifully blends the tenderness of a mother with the resilience of a seasoned warrior. She was born in 1958. In 2018, she was 60 years old, and today she is 67. Hannah John Kamen plays Ava Starr, also known as Ghost, the film's primary antagonist. Ava suffers from molecular instability, living in constant pain and desperately seeking a cure. But she is more than just a villain. Her story adds emotional depth. Portraying the fine line between survival and morality, Hannah's performance brings fresh energy, making Ghost one of the MCU's more memorable antagonists. She was born in 1989. In 2018, she was 29 years old, and today she is 36. Lawrence Fishburne takes on the role of Bill Foster, Hank Pym's former colleague. His character adds complexity, acting both as an ally and a rival, creating layered dynamics about science, ideals, and human values. With his vast acting experience, Fishburne shapes Bill Foster into a realistic yet emotionally nuanced character. He was born in 1961. In 2018, he was 57 years old, and today he is 64. Michael Pena brings to life Luis, Scott Lang's loyal partner and the film's comedic powerhouse. With his hilarious, long-winded but charming storytelling, Luis delivers countless laughs and stands out as one of the most memorable supporting characters. He adds that special flavor that balances intense action with lighthearted fun. Michael Pena was born in 1976. In 2018, he was 42 years old, and today he is 49. Clapperboard. Following the cast, let's move on to one of the most important factors behind the success of Ant-Man and the Wasp, its box office performance. Moneybag, released in 2018, Ant-Man and the Wasp proved the undeniable power of the Marvel brand, grossing an impressive $622.7 million United States dollars worldwide. Of that, the United States and Canada contributed $216.6 million United States dollars, while international markets brought in a strong $406 million United States dollars. Rocket, in its opening weekend alone, the film earned $75.8 million United States dollars, which was 33% higher than the first installment, a clear sign of Ant-Man's growing popularity among audiences. China stood out as the largest international market, delivering $117.5 million United States dollars, followed by South Korea with $42.4 million United States dollars, and the United Kingdom with $21.5 million United States dollars. Trophy. With such impressive numbers, Ant-Man and the Wasp secured its place among the top 20 highest-grossing films of 2018. Ranking 11th worldwide, this achievement not only highlighted the massive appeal of the Marvel Cinematic Universe but also proved the unexpected success of a superhero once considered small in the Marvel world. Right finger. So after such a strong box office run, how did the film perform in terms of awards and nominations? Let's find out next. Clapperboard. After making a powerful mark at the global box office, Ant-Man and the Wasp also created quite a buzz when it came to awards and nominations. While it didn't secure any major wins, the film still proved its undeniable appeal by being recognized across multiple categories. Sports medal. At the 2019 Golden Trailer Awards, the film earned 4 nominations, highlighting its impressive marketing and promotional campaign. Musical notes. The music was also praised, as Ant-Man and the Wasp was nominated for Best Original Score at the Hollywood Music in Media Awards 2018. High voltage. On the critical side, the movie was nominated for Best Action Film by the St. Louis Film Critics Association, solidifying its place within the action superhero genre. Martial arts uniform. In addition, at the 2019 Screen Actors Guild Awards, the stunt ensemble was honored with a nomination for Outstanding Action Performance by a Stunt Ensemble, showcasing the film's commitment to thrilling and spectacular action sequences. Glowing star. For younger audiences, the film also stood out with 3 nominations at the 2019 Teen Choice Awards, including recognition for its leading stars Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly. Light bulb. And finally, the movie was acknowledged for its technical brilliance with a nomination for Outstanding Visual Effects at the Visual Effects Society Awards 2019, celebrating its creativity in bringing the quantum realm to life. Right finger. So, while Ant-Man and the Wasp may not have swept the awards season, it firmly established its own place thanks to a well-rounded appeal, from storytelling and performances to music and groundbreaking visuals. Right finger. After highlighting the film's achievements, let's dive into the most exciting part, the main storyline of Ant-Man and the Wasp. The story begins 2 years after Scott Lang, Ant-Man, was placed under house arrest for siding with the Avengers and violating the Sokovia Accords. During this time, Hank Pym and his daughter Hope are working on opening a tunnel to the quantum realm, hoping to rescue Janet Van Dyne, Hank's wife, who disappeared back in 1987. What makes things even more intriguing is that during his previous adventure, Scott unknowingly formed a quantum connection with Janet, and now he begins receiving strange messages from her. Even though Scott only has a few days left of his sentence, he risks everything by reaching out to Hank. From this moment, he is pulled back into a dangerous journey. Hope and Hank kidnap Scott to join forces with him. To keep the FBI off their trail, they cleverly use a giant ant wearing Scott's ankle monitor as a decoy. The trio works together to build a stable tunnel into the quantum realm. But their plans quickly unravel when black market dealer Sonny Birch double crosses them. And an even greater threat emerges: Ghost, Ava Starr, a mysterious woman with a quantumly unstable body that allows her to phase through solid matter. Ghost even manages to steal Hank's entire portable lab, shrunken down to the size of a suitcase. To track it down, Hank reluctantly turns to an old partner, Bill Foster. There, the shocking truth comes to light. Ava is slowly disintegrating. Living in constant pain, she and Foster intend to use Janet's quantum energy to cure her. But Hank fears it will kill Janet. He refuses, setting off a race between all sides to gain control of the lab. When the tunnel is stabilized, Hank is able to contact Janet, who gives him her exact location, but warns they only have 2 hours before the chance is lost for a century. At the same time, the FBI, Birch, and Ghost all close in on the heroes. Scott must race against time, balancing his role as a father, keeping up his good behavior in front of the FBI, while helping Hank and Hope escape danger. The story builds to a thrilling climax in San Francisco, filled with wild chases, shifting sizes, and plenty of humor. Scott and Hope manage to stop Ghost from draining Janet's energy. Hank finally ventures into the quantum realm, finding Janet alive and bringing her home. Not only does Janet reunite with her family, But she also uses her quantum powers to temporarily stabilize Ava's body. In the end, Scott successfully finishes his house arrest, while Ava and Foster go into hiding. Meanwhile, Sonny Birch and his men are hilariously brought down thanks to Luis and his team, and their unforgettable truth serum. But the story doesn't end there. In the mid-credits scene, Scott enters the quantum realm to harvest quantum energy to help Ava. However, in a shocking twist, Hank, Hope, and Janet suddenly turn to dust after Thanos' snap, leaving Scott stranded in the quantum realm, directly tying the film into Avengers: Infinity War. Right finger, and now, let's move on to the conclusion. To look back at the true value that Ant-Man and the Wasp brings to audiences. Ant-Man and the Wasp is far more than just another Marvel blockbuster. Beneath its thrilling action and spectacular chase sequences lies a story that resonates with family bonds, genuine friendship, and quiet sacrifice, the human values that give the film its emotional depth. One of the greatest strengths of the movie comes from its cast. Paul Rudd once again charms with his trademark humor balanced by heartfelt emotion. Evangeline Lilly, stepping into the Wasp suit for the first time, shines with strength and determination. Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer bring depth, wisdom, and poignancy, enriching the narrative with layers of experience. Meanwhile, Hannah John Kamen makes a lasting impression as Ghost, a villain born out of tragedy, while Lawrence Fishburne adds nuance and dimension as a key supporting character. The film stands as a clear example of Marvel's ability to balance intense action, lighthearted comedy, and touching emotion. At the same time, Ant-Man and the Wasp showcases the timeless appeal of its ensemble, where energetic new faces blend seamlessly with legendary icons, creating a vivid and engaging cinematic mosaic. With a worldwide box office of $622.7 million United States dollars. The film not only proved its commercial success but also solidified Ant-Man's importance within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It demonstrates how a story can remain grand in scale while still being intimately relatable. Right finger if you're a true fan of the MCU. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp is without doubt a film you cannot miss.